How's it going, everyone? This is Auto Group. I'm Big.
And I'm Umar.
And this is the 2016 BMW 640i. It's finished in a white color outside. It's Alpine white. It's a non-metallic color, and it has big 20-inch wheels on it. You got the kidney grills, of course, at front. This is the M Sport package, and the 40 engine is the inline 6, the twin turbo inline 6. So it has these aftermarket from BMW carbon fiber mirror caps. It has a half carbon fiber roof, half glass roof, and this is a 4-door of a 2-door. So legroom isn't its biggest benefit in this car when you're getting it, but the styling is one of the best in its whole class. I think it totally beats the CLS in this class from Mercedes and the RS7 from Audi. It looks absolutely fantastic, and a lot of people really love this car in white, especially when they black out the taillights because it looks like the Stormtrooper. It has 2 exhausts in the back because this is the 40 engine. Makes 315 horsepower and it's 320 pound-feet of torque. Of course, you got the BMW logo up front. It's a very low car also, that's the cool thing. Interior, we'll move on to that in a second. And the door handles look very nice. They go with the body. Everything is very shapely, and of course it has those distinct character lines that are in most BMWs to give it a nice shape and a nice bulbous shape. And half doors because it is a Grand Coupe. It's 4-door for 2-door. And then let's go ahead and check out the interior.
Alright, so guys, here we have the BMW 640i with the X-Drive feature, and here we have a great amount of different materials of interior. We have, leather stitching, and in this model particularly, we have a red interior, which looks great with the white exterior. And we have this chrome finish going all the way along this more driver perspective interior, and red leather stitching and a black leather all around the car, going from the front all the way to the back, chrome pieces, red bits here and there. And here, if we go onto the gauge cluster, you can see that it has the your speed on your left, and it shows you in the area that you're in, it shows you the miles per hour that you have and that you're going in. So it'll show you 20 miles per hour in the area,
The speed limit, right?
Yeah, the speed limit. And then on the right it has your gears, the gear that you're in. As you progress in speed, it lights up the certain miles per hour that you're in. So 20 might be more bolder than 30 miles per hour, just to make it easier for you to read. And in these German cars in particular, they have it a little switched around versus in Japanese and your Toyota and Lexus company, where you have your miles per hour on your right and your gears on your left. And so, and in this model particularly, it has your lane keep assist, it has your your warning iDrive features and everything, and it's pretty fully loaded. It has your dual driver and passenger climate control features, and your heated and ventilated seat warmer, and your iDrive functionalities. And it has BMW in particular has one of the best infotainment systems in the market as of right now, and it always has, really. And so what they've done with this iDrive is that they really enhanced it with this little screen that you see over here. You can really maneuver in many different ways, and you can move back and forward and all kinds of different you can even slide around to put in an address or whatever.
Yeah, that's really cool. You can write like the number 2.
Yeah. And so it's just pretty cool, nice gimmick in the interior. And carbon fiber over here, your gear selector right here is carbon fiber, and it also comes with the Harman Kardon sound system. And so in the rear, we do have also a rear seat package, which we'll be showing you in a minute. Then I'll move on into the back later to show more how that works.
The Alcantara headline is there.
Alcantara, and the sunroof, we have a sunroof.
Oh yeah,
pretty
it's
wide.
A power sunroof.
And it's funny because it's a sunroof, yet half of the roof is really carbon fiber.
Carbon fiber.
So in a lot of cars, and maybe the M3 in particular, you have the option between a sunroof and a carbon fiber roof. And the thing is that in that model in particular, you can't get the carbon fiber and the sunroof. So it's pretty cool how they made that possible here.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I mean, there are a lot of things going on, and the electric power steering is pretty cool too. That's the way it looks and the way it feels in the hand.
Shifters.
Yeah, paddle shifters. Boom. Cruise control.
Right here, it just shows your little M package that you have on here, carbon fiber.
This is the 8-speed automatic transmission.
And the sport and comfort mode. So you have a comfort plus, and then you have Eco Pro, and then you have your normal comfort, and then you have your sport, which, you know, turns a little more red on the interior instrument cluster. And then you have your Sport Plus that gets even more aggressive, and traction control turns off at that point. So the M package really gives this car a really distinct difference between just your normal 6 Series and then your 640 with X-Drive and an M package.
And the cool thing is the animations it shows you when you switch between the different modes when you got Sport Plus and everything, which is really awesome. And the overall, the legroom is the only downside. Like for people like us, like we're 6'2", and in the back, I mean, there's not really much space. You want to go show the back?
Yeah. So here in the rear of the 6 Series BMW, we have a rear seat package where it has both passengers for the rear have a heated and ventilated seats and a dual zone climate control, just like for the driver and passenger. You basically bring every climate control option from the front to the rear, which is pretty awesome in this car.
Here's the engine, twin power turbo. Looks very huge considering it's an inline 6, and BMW is known to make inline 6s all the time, so it looks very nice. Obviously got the radiator up front. You got 2 bars to keep the engine stable, to help handling also, which is really cool. And obviously when you go into the M, like the full M cars, not the M Sport, you get the big bar in the middle, which is all carbon fiber, which is really cool. That's pretty much for the hood. It looks pretty nice. This car starts at about 89,000 with the 40i engine. This is the base engine. It's the inline 6. You can also get the 50i, which is the V8 twin turbo, which makes about 450 horsepower. This one is 315. After that, there is the M6 with 550 horsepower, but or 500 horsepower. This one is the X-Drive one. This comes out to be, if you spec it out, about 95,000, maybe almost 100,000 with the Harman Kardon package and everything. So when you buy a car like this, you really want to know, does it look good on the inside and outside? So we think on the inside it looks great with the red interior. It looks fantastic, very sporty and nice. The steering wheel looks great. The shape, obviously, got the kidney grills. These grills aren't not for everybody. Just like the spindle grill, people have their decisions on them, like whether they like it or not. We personally think that this car looks awesome from the front. It's got LED headlights in the front also. You got a lot of openings for cooling. And going on to the side, it's got this little gill over here, and obviously the big tires look very nice. With the carbon fiber mirror packages, it looks very cool, and a lot of people can't tell the difference between the normal 6 Series M Sport and the M6. The big thing is in the grille in the front, it has a lot more cooling, but this looks awesome. And from the back, I mean, even with the 2 exhausts instead of the normal 4 exhausts on the 650 or the M6, it looks absolutely great, we think. The lights flow down nicely, and it gives it a very like sleek and sharp look because it's low and long, and that's what you really want when you're trying to make a statement in terms of the way your car looks. It's never supposed to be bulky and bulging, so that's very nice. Of course, on the back you also got the BMW badge. The backup camera pops out from underneath. It goes whoop, and then it shows the road behind you. It also has side cameras on the front to see if you're about to curb the car or not, because it's an obviously long car and it's low. So it can be really hard to maneuver it in parking areas. Also, it has park assist, so it goes boo, 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 boo. When you see that little diagram of the car, it shows you how close things are from your car, and which is really cool. Normally, it obviously doesn't come with a tint, but this car does have slightly tinted windows. But I just wanted to let you know that that's not an actual option, unless it's like an aftermarket option from BMW. Over here, the fenders smoothed out very nicely. BMW adaptive LED lights. The tire looks great, and the wheels look great too. Here is one of the side view cameras over here. And you got the reflector up front, which looks very nice. So overall, it's a great package. Now let's go ahead and see how it drives, considering this car is very heavy, with like about 4,200 pounds with a 315 horsepower engine. All right, so the accelerator response gets way softer in Comfort and Comfort Plus especially. But the brakes still feel fantastic in each mode, and the steering wheel gets way lighter, and it feels kind of like it's not connected to the wheels almost, because this is the EPS, and many people don't like what BMW did with the steering wheel because it's so light. But if you want to get a car like this and have the most fun with its steering wheel, then get the M Sport package. the exhaust note gets sharper when you put it into different modes, because right now it's still pretty loud in Comfort Plus. Now it's in Sport. So now let's check it out. I mean, it gets a little louder, but not too loud. And the push you feel, this car is 4,200 pounds and it's only got 315 horsepower. But maybe it's because of that torque, it's 330 pound-feet of torque. So it feels very powerful and strong.
So for a guy like me that's above 6 feet, I'm not 6'9" or 6'7", but I am above 6 feet. I do have quite enough headroom over here, and I do have quite enough leg room. So it's pretty comfortable for a guy above 6 feet and obviously below 6 feet.
Yeah, and the steering wheel, the weight that changes is very nice. The only problem I'm having with this car is the rear visibility, because it's such a long car. And on top of that, the width of the car, it's very wide. But it's not like it's too much of a problem. Alright, so turning onto the straight road, it's got a lot of power and you immediately get pushed back in your seat. And if you guys know, like, if you guys can tell, it's super loud. And the power is there all the time. And the steering gets stiff and it feels direct all the time. And there's a lot of vibration in the seat and by the footwell, which I really like. That's important in a car. You want to know what's going on. It was even in the Bentley that we tested like a day or two ago. That was a little test of the paddle shifters, and it picks up speed very quick. And now it's in 5th gear, you know, it's just chilling, cruising. And when you want to downshift, the downshifts are almost instantaneous. I can't believe this, like, kind of crazy. And it just revs up, it blips the downshift. What the heck is this? Absolutely crazy. Alrighty. And the turn signals that everyone complains about, they're not too bad. I mean, they're totally fine. And it picks up speed so fast, sometimes you barely hit on the gas and it just goes whoa, and I'm like, whoa, slow down there. But or else it's totally fine. And that's one of the cool things about this car. And this is just chilling in Sport, and if you put it on to Comfort and you want to relax into Comfort Plus, it just becomes nice and quiet. The engine goes quiet, everything is nice and serene, and you can talk with your friends and family about how your day was. And it's very nice. It's very nice. So that's really cool about this car. And just the legroom is one problem, but that's not a big deal. And the coolest thing is this seat bolt extender in the front, where you can open it up like to give you a lot of like area on the seat. I really like that. And I really don't feel like returning this car back to the owner. I kind of want one because I'm a BMW guy. I have always loved BMWs, like in the recent years. And that's a very nice Volvo. Okay, anyways. Overall, the driving experience is very comfortable. Even in Comfort Plus, there is a bit of like harshness of the road, but it's not really something to go like crazy about. This is on a very like old crack type road that we're on. The clean one that we went on, you could obviously tell like how it goes fast, but or else it's just chill over here. The steering gets nice and light. The exhaust note is still there, and it sounds honestly like almost like a V8. Almost. Like there's something about it. It just doesn't sound like an inline 6. I mean, this is my first time driving in an inline 6, so I can't be the total, you know, person to talk about that and criticize how it sounds. But it definitely sounds very throaty.
आप दोनों फ्रेम
Achha. I'll tell my name. You tell your name. Yeah. Alright. Turning onto the straight road. It's got a lot of power and you immediately get pushed back in your seat. And if you guys know, like,